Welcome and let your journey to soul expansion begin. I'm your host, Kristen Kaczynski. This show will take you on a journey of expansion, encouraging you to release the limitations of your mind and lean into the wisdom of your soul. Remembering who you are on a soul level will help you release your conditioning, expectations, limiting beliefs, fears, and worries, and evoke a life expanded by your energetic alignment. Whether you're an entrepreneur who wants to grow your income and impact, or someone who knows in your heart of hearts that you're made for more, this podcast will help you awaken the power that's already inside of you, allowing you to attract an easy flow of money, clients, opportunities, and fulfillment. In each episode, you'll learn something new, expand your consciousness, and you'll walk away with a glimpse of what's truly possible for you. If you're ready to follow your soul's calling and live a more expansive life, you're in the right place. Welcome, and let your journey to soul expansion begin. One of the biggest lessons I've learned in my business journey, in my personal growth journey, and my spiritual journey is that we have so much power in presence. When we are present in the now moment, in the present, when we're focused on what's right in front of us instead of, worrying about the future or analyzing and trying to figure out what happened in the past, when we're really able to focus on the now, we have so much power and we can create so much. The truth is, if you think about it, there is only now. When you think about the past, you're thinking about the past now. When you think about the future, you're thinking about the future now. In the past, when you were actually experiencing the past, it was actually now, right? Like you experienced the past in your now moment back then. And then when you think about when you actually experience the future, you experience it now. So there is only now. And oftentimes we numb out by dreaming of a better life, or we, stress ourselves out by worrying about something we did in the past or something that happened in the past. And the truth is, if we just have the ability to bring our focus to the present, we can create so much. And we can also eliminate so much stress, right? So like maybe those bills that you're thinking about that you have to pay in the future, well, if you focus on the now, then there's nothing to worry about, right? I mean, yeah, one day in the future, you will pay those bills and you will receive the money to pay those bills via your job or your business. But worrying about paying those bills or worrying about how you're going to be able to pay those bills now doesn't make it any easier to pay the bills, and it doesn't make it any easier to call in the money that will help you pay the bills. Right? So often we think that worrying about things is going to somehow support us, but it actually hinders us. When we worry, we're in a lower vibrational state, and it actually doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't help us create more. It doesn't help us think of better things to do. It just causes us to loop in our thoughts and to feel negative feelings and to just go in this endless cycle of fear or anxiety or worry. So my first lesson for you here on the Soul Expansion Podcast is that there is nothing to worry about if you focus on the now, right? If you focus on the now, the world is not ending. If you focus on the now, that debt that you have is actually just fine. If you focus on the now, there is no fear about retirement funds. And the money will come, right? The money will come. If you're listening to this podcast, you know that there's potential to manifest money. And if you didn't know that, you'll come to learn that very soon. There's so much potential that we have to manifest and to create money. And part of that potential comes from being able to stay in an open and high vibrational state in the now. Now, here's what this doesn't mean, because sometimes we get this confused. This doesn't mean you're not feeling your feelings. This doesn't mean you're pushing down your fears. This doesn't mean you're numbing or suppressing. This doesn't mean you're avoiding. What it actually means, that most people don't like, that most people in our society are afraid of, what it actually means is that you process your feelings. You feel them. You work through them instead of avoiding them or numbing them or suppressing them. So it's not about like never be sad, always think positive, and then you can have more money. It's actually about, if you're sad, feel that, confront that, love that, so you can move through it and feel better. I was last November 2020, I was in bed with hormonal depression for a month. And that was one of my highest cash months all year in my business. I was not happy. I was not high vibe. I was not thinking positive, but I did believe that I was supported by the universe, and I did honor where I was at, and I loved myself and let myself have the time and the rest and the alone space that I needed during that time period when I had that hormonal depression. I honored where I was at. I met myself where I was at. I asked for support and I was supported. And those clients came out of nowhere. I really was not expecting them to come in. They were not on my radar. And they both paid me in full. And so I ended up having a $17,000 cash month. When I was in bed with hormonal depression, when I wasn't even like trying to sell. So what would you be doing if you didn't have to worry about the future? If you knew that it was all taken care of? Would you be worrying about it? No. If you knew it was all taken care of, would you be wasting time worrying about the future? You wouldn't, right? If you knew it was all taken care of, would you take more action? Would you play bigger? Would you be more yourself? Would you really go after what you really want? So often we pretend like we don't want something because we don't think we can have it. But what if you could have it? What if you knew that someday soon it could be yours? That's a truth that you will soon awaken to if you haven't already. So what would you be doing if the future was always taken care of for you in exactly the way that you wanted to manifest it? And when I say exactly the way, I mean the what? The objects, the things, the money, the clients, the opportunities, the what, right? Not the how. So what if you could have whatever you desired and like you knew that was coming to you and you didn't have to worry about the how, it's just coming to you? How does that feel in your body? For me, it felt scary because I'm a control freak. I wanted to learn how I could like control the outcome, how I could, figure out how something was going to happen or how something was going to come in. And it was a big, big lesson for me that I didn't have control. And neither do you. We can control the what and we can control the why, but we cannot control the when or the how. So we already kind of talked about the when. And the secret is, if you stay in the present moment and you continue to be open to inspired action, to downloads, to gut feelings, you will be on the right path and you will be able to call in what you desire, right? But if you worry about the past or you worry about the future, then you're missing all of the clues in the present moment that the universal intelligence, that consciousness, that source energy, that God, that your higher self, whatever you identify with as your higher power, you miss all the clues that they're trying to give to you, all the messages, all the downloads, all the information that is going to help you to align yourself with the manifestation. Let that sink in for a minute. Every time you take your attention off the present moment, you're potentially missing out on information that will help you get to the future that you want to have. So if you're worrying about a bill or you're worrying about next month's money, I'm not telling you to suppress that worry, but I'm telling you to just acknowledge that the worrying isn't going to solve the problem. But coming back to the present moment, getting more in tune with the intelligence that is always coming through to you, being able to sense your intuition, being able to sense intuitively what your next step should be, developing that muscle, that awareness, that is going to solve the problem that you're worrying about. If you are a listener of the Soul Expansion Podcast and you are really loving the topics we discuss here, but you're wanting to go deeper, I have some exciting news for you. We are launching a membership just for you, just for people like you who want to experience a deeper soul expansion and want to do it in the name of growing their business, right? So this one is definitely for business owners. The way this membership is going to work is I'm going to create custom healings. So this could be things like hypnosis, meditations, EFT tapping sequences, breath work, Reiki sessions. We're going to do some sessions pre-recorded, some sessions live. And every month we're going to cover a different topic. And these are common mindset and energetic topics that business owners struggle with. So if you struggle to receive in business, we're going to have a month about that. If you struggle with imposter syndrome, we're going to have a month's worth of healings about that. If you struggle with money mindset, if you struggle with keeping money, if you struggle with attracting clients, we will have healings related to all of those topics. So I'm really excited about this. I haven't seen anything like this in the coaching industry, in the healing industry. So this is perfect for you if you already know your strategy or you're already working with like a business strategy coach, but you know you need a little bit of that energetic and healing support to help you really grow and expand to your next level of income and impact. Go to mysoulexpansion.com, get signed up for the waitlist. You'll be the first to know when we launch this membership, and you're going to want to be the first to know because the founding members are going to get a super juicy discounted rate that won't be available after the first initial launch. So get on the waitlist, save your spot. Again, the website is mysoulexpansion.com. Get your name on the waitlist, and let's get back to the show. The other part of this is the how. We talked about control a little bit already. But I want you to do this exercise with me where I want you to imagine what you will see, hear, and feel when you are a millionaire. And if you're already a millionaire, 10x that. Think multi-millionaire, think billionaire, whatever gets you excited. What will you see, hear, and feel when that is your reality? What does your house look like? Where is it? What does your car look like? What do your clothes look like? What does your hair look like? How does your skin look? How healthy do you look and feel? How do you feel? What emotions are present? What emotions are not present? Take some time and really tap into that future version of you where you are a millionaire plus. And as you tap into that, notice how good it feels in your body. How good does it feel to see yourself, to feel yourself, to hear yourself, to be yourself in this expanded life where you are a millionaire plus? It's exciting, right? I know for me, I always get this wave of excitement, this energy of possibilities and calm and potential and joy and giggles and butterflies and all of these beautiful emotions. And maybe you're feeling some of those, maybe you're feeling all of those, maybe you're feeling none of those, but you're feeling something good, right? When you think about when you're going to be a millionaire plus, it feels good. And now I want you to ask yourself, okay, how will I get there? Yeah, it starts to feel really contractive, right? So when you put yourself in the what, in the, the $1 million house and the $1 million clothes, or the millionaire clothes, I should say. If you have $1 million clothes, that's a next level. That's a whole nother level, which is fine. We're available for that, right? But when you put yourself in that situation where you are a millionaire plus, it's oh my God, it feels so expansive. It feels so good energetically and in your body. And then when you think about how, it feels so contractive. The limiting beliefs come up. The negative thought spirals, the doubt, the fear, well, maybe I can't really have that beliefs come up. And that's because your human brain is not meant to figure out how. Something bigger than you figures out how. So your job coming out of this episode of Soul Expansion, I want you to start focusing on the now moment, the present, and to just have some awareness around how often you're thinking about the past. So something you did, something you said, something someone said to you, a memory, something you should have done back then. Just have some awareness around how often you think of the past and how often you think of the future. Something you're worried about, something you desire, something that you are afraid is going to happen, the what ifs, the how. Just notice how often you're thinking outside of the present moment. Let me know on Instagram your percentage. I know for me and for some of my clients, before I had this awareness and before they had this awareness, it could have been 80% of the time or more where your attention, where my attention, where their attention was not on the present moment, but on the what ifs or the shoulda, woulda, coulda of the past. Those are missed opportunities to receive information and to receive inspiration that will lead you closer to what you want to manifest. And then the second thing I want you to practice coming out of this episode is detaching from the how. And noticing when you're getting caught in the loop of how is this going to work out? I don't see the evidence. Logically, this doesn't make sense. Just catch yourself, have that awareness to realize when you're trying to control how something will happen, how something will unfold. And start experimenting with, start playing with being excited for the unknown. Being excited for the surprises and delights from the universe. Because the universe has got your back. God has your back. Your higher self has your back. Whatever higher power you identify with is always supporting you, whether you're aware of it or not. And so start playing with this energy of excitement for the possibilities instead of feeling like you have to figure out and predict and control how things are going to happen. Life is like one big surprise party with a bunch of little surprises, one after another after another. And some of them are good surprises, some of them are not so good. But either way, we can't control what happens. We can only control our thoughts, our feelings, our intentions, our vibration, and what we're doing. And if we focus on controlling those things in service of what we do want, instead of worrying or trying to avoid what we don't want, then the how will be figured out for us. The path will reveal itself to us. And there's nothing we have to do or fix or control. We get to just flow. So I invite you, as we finish up this week's episode, to experiment with the now moment and with being open to surprises from the universe. Set an intention for something that you want to manifest, perhaps by the end of this week, maybe something small just for fun, maybe $50, maybe, a cup of coffee, maybe a bouquet of flowers, something small that you would like to manifest. Just play a little game with yourself and see if you can detach from the how. See if you can, stay in the present moment and not worry about how it's going to come in or when it's going to come in, but just be open to being surprised by how it all unfolds. And then let me know if you try this exercise. Message me on Instagram. I'm at Kristen Kaczynski. Make sure you share this podcast if this has been a fun experience for you. Go ahead and download the next episode where we're talking all about the money. If you need a money mindset shift right now for your life or for your business, next episode's going to help you understand more what money is not, and how you can start to align your energy with money. So you can call in more, so you can keep more, so you can have more, and so you can experience more, because money gives you more freedom, gives you more power, gives you more opportunities, more chances to do the things that you love. And here on the Soul Expansion Podcast, we love money and money loves us. So go ahead and download that next episode. And until then, I'm Kristen Kaczynski. See you later. Thank you for honoring your soul's calling today and taking the time to listen to this episode of the Soul Expansion Podcast. If you have a question you'd like featured or have a topic idea, I would love to hear from you. Find me on Instagram at Kristen Kaczynski and send me a DM with your request. Remember, you are a truly limitless being. The limits you see now are only an illusion. Whatever it is that you desire, that's already yours. It already exists in the universe here and now. You simply have to awaken to what you already have. And I hope this episode brought you a little closer to that truth. If you love this episode and would like to give from your heart and appreciation, please take a few moments to screenshot it and tag me in your stories on Instagram, or write a brief review on your favorite podcast platform. Your voice truly matters, and your feedback helps to spread abundant expansion to a broader audience. And what a gift that is, right? Just think about how much abundance will come back to you if you help a friend experience their own soul expansion. And with that, I just want to say thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, I'm Kristen Kaczynski, and I love you.